Welcome to Wildcat Sports Update. I'm your host, Jim Boyle, and today in studio I have the 2023 cross-country captains. With me today I've got Jamison Burns, I got Hannah Bryson, I got Mia Stryhalaleck. So welcome to the show. I know you guys are repeat customers, which you must be doing something really well with cross-country. So why don't you, Jamison, give us, again, I'll let you say your name again so we get it, and how long you've run cross-country, and what's your personal best?
I'm Jamison Burns. I've been doing cross-country for 4 years. Since freshman year, and this year my personal best, all-time personal best, was 16 minutes and 50 seconds in the 5K.
Okay, good. Hannah?
I'm Hannah Bryson. I've also been running cross-country for 4 years. I started my freshman year. My personal best is a 19:26 that I ran at Twilight this year.
Okay, and Mia?
I'm Mia. I ran cross-country for 4 years, and my personal best is a 21:56, also at Twilight.
So the good news is all your personal best would beat me by about 10 minutes. That's a great deal. So we have the boys captain and the two girls captain. So as we ask the questions, we understand that Jamison's going to answer for the boys and Hannah and Mia will answer for the girls. So first off, going into the season, Jamison, what were the team goals for the boys team?
We started the season kind of hoping that we could go to states as a team. We all wanted to PR individually, but really work together towards that goal together would be the goal.
Okay, and second, makeup of the team. How freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and do we have an 8th grade waiver, yes or no?
We don't have an 8th grade waiver, but we had some freshmen in the beginning. They didn't make it through, unfortunately. But we still had a pretty strong body of seniors, sophomores, and juniors that I think will make a pretty good team next year as well.
Okay, perfect. So Hannah, I'm going to give you the goals for the season for the girls teams.
Okay, we really wanted to be league champs again for the 3rd time, which didn't happen. And then we also wanted to make it to the state meet as a team, which did happen.
Okay, and Mia, you get the hard one, the makeup of the team.
So we are the only 2 seniors for girls. We have 1 junior, Addie, and then we have a couple of sophomores and 2 freshmen? Actually 3, yes. 3 freshmen.
And did you have an 8th grade waiver this year?
We did not.
Did not have it. Okay, so the first, so building the program seems we have the younger kids are coming up through to help, so we have success because I know the girls have had a lot of success as of late. Who are your, James, let's start with you, the featured runners? Featured runners are who are the guys who are going to be running 1, 2, 3, who you're really looking to take the team to the new heights that help you get to state tournament?
This year, unfortunately, one of our top runners, Dean, suffered from some iron deficiency, which took him out for a bit of the season, but he definitely made a big comeback, and he was really crucial to getting through there. And then Gavin and Jake Cronin, 2 of our sophomores, really stepped up this year, did really well. We're up there in that top 3 spot, and Michael Dinan, plenty of others, it's a team effort, and we got there together.
And how many seniors do we have on the team?
We have 4 seniors, including myself. There's me, Michael Dinan, Nick Samaha, Nathan Carden. 5 seniors, and Maddie Abbott.
Okay, and then on the girls' side, the runners. Now you only had, I think you told me you had 10 total runners.
Yes.
How many score? And we'll get to this. How many runners score in a meet, Hannah?
7.
7.
7.
Okay, so who would be the top 7 runners that we have?
Top 7, so it would be Addie Hunt, then me, Charlotte Kiley, Mia Stryhalaleck, Bella Zaya,
Mia, you can
Caitlin Shackelford,
Okay.
Isabel's in there.
and Isabel Carrier.
Okay, good. So it's a smaller team, and I know you said you had struggles. So the record, I hate to ask the record because I know you were bashing it with the league, but Mia, what was the record overall? So we run against just Freedom Division teams. So is it 5 or 6? How many meets?
I think we lost 2.
So 3 and 2.
And then we had another meet against Reading at the beginning of the season.
Yes.
Yeah,
So didn't that technically
crossover
not
meet.
count?
But
So you have 6 total meets.
It counts as a meet.
Okay.
It counts as a
It
meet.
counts as a
So we
meet.
went 4 and 2.
4 and 2, and the
Yes.
boys
2 and 4.
2 and 4. And there's nothing because as we go on here, we're going to hear some really good news from you guys about what happened this season. So you do meets, and then you also do invitationals. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that's correct.
So did you guys do 3 invitationals this year?
I think they're
More than that?
Maybe even more than that.
So
We do plenty of
pick one
invitationals.
that we did really well in the boys.
Near the beginning of the season, we had our Frank Kelly Invitational. It's a 3K. It's a little bit of a different distance, a little shorter, trying to be faster. And our boys had a really good, some really good performances there. We had some medals that were won and plenty of good times to start the season off with. So.
Okay, and but you guys can pick an invitation that you did. Hannah, you can go first. The
Okay.
girls.
Twilight. It's like our at night meet. We go down to Cape Cod, and we run. And they have like all the Christmas lights up, and we had a lot of people PR at that meet. So.
And any other invitationals, Mia, that you can remember?
I feel like it's not quite an obvious choice most years, but leagues usually there's a lot of hills. It's a very hilly course. And we got there, it was raining, it was cold, and personally I felt amazing that meet. A lot of other people felt great too. That was where, Jamison, didn't you PR there?
That was my PR,
Yep.
surprisingly.
We did great there.
Good. And then
The rain made it fun.
Yes.
the rain made it fun.
Makes it interesting.
Rain, hills, mud.
Changes it up a little bit.
Excellent. I like to
Yeah.
hear that. And then we're all set. And so then once you do the invitationals and the regular season over, the goal was to make states.
Yes.
So Jamison, there was really something unique that happened with our teams states-wise. I'll let you make the announcement. Let everybody know out in WCTV land.
So the boys made it to states as a team for the first time in 4 years this year. That was incredibly exciting. We were beyond excited when that happened. And also, surprisingly, the boys and the girls made it to states the same year, in the same year, same season, for the first time ever in Wilmington history. So that was also really exciting.
Okay, and Hannah, where was the state meet this year?
Where was the state meet? Oh, was it Fort Devens?
Yes.
Fort Devens. Okay, and
Yeah.
was the weather nice for that one?
It was.
I remember it being.
It was a
Being
good day.
nice?
It was a good day.
Okay, so if the team made it to states, I assume that 7 runners went.
Yes, the 7 varsity
Okay,
runners.
7 varsity runners. So how did the girls do at states?
I mean, states tends to be like a bit of a slower course. There's also, they adjusted the course to have like a giant like surprise hill in like the middle of the woods. So we just kind of took that as more of like a chill day.
Last meet wanted to have fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
So seniors, that's good. So you accomplished your goal, and it's a first ever for both boys and girls cross country teams to make it to the state meet. We'll call it. Yes, that's good. So cross country can confuse people, and because everybody knows what a 5K is. You go out in the street, you run 5K. So who wants to take? Why don't you give me an example? Cross country. What's the difference between running a 5K on the street and running cross country? Jamison.
First of all, you're not up against like the moms and the dads of the town. No one's running with a stroller, I guess. It's a little bit.
That's a great answer.
A bit more brutal, a bit more competitive,
Yeah.
definitely. But you're out there, and courses are tougher. Going through woods, changing surfaces you're running on. It's more loops, like shorter loops, as opposed to one big one. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely more warlike than your average town 5K.
So is it in warlike? Do runners get aggressive? And I'm not saying elbowing, but is there pushing and shoving and trying to get positioned that way?
At a dual meet, just 2 teams. Like typically, you want to have a little bit of respect, for your other team. I mean, no one's trying to get anyone injured, but you get to some of these invitations, especially at Twilight, you have like over 200 kids on the line, and they funnel you in real quick. Like it's a bloodbath running down some of
I've
those
taken
hills.
an elbow before.
I hurdled a kid at Twilight. He went right down. I hurdled him.
Okay, so our home course, Hannah. Where is it? Is it easy to describe, and is it tough?
It's at our school. We start on the baseball field. We go around, and then we go up and around the school, and then through this woods path, around the softball field, around the track, and then we do that 2 more times.
So it's 3 times, a loop of 3?
Yes.
Do you run onto the baseball field each time, or is that just at
you
the
only
start?
run on the baseball field at the very beginning.
Because that's on grass, which is probably not
Yes.
mowed too well.
Worst part.
Is it really? I would only imagine. And then Mia, what's the toughest course within Middlesex League that you can recall?
Toughest course was the first one I ever did, Burlington. We didn't do that this year, but I think I came in my first race ever with like a 28 something, and there were these giant hills, and I was like, oh God, like, is this what every meet's gonna be like? And it wasn't.
Okay. So what's your favorite course?
My favorite? Good question. Probably, I like the Wakefield course.
Okay. Hannah's probably gonna say that's her toughest course. Hannah, what's your favorite course and what's the toughest course?
My favorite course is probably where they do leagues, which is that Woburn golf course.
Yeah, Woburn Country Club.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a nice hill that goes straight up.
Nice.
It's so much fun. I love hills. I'm a big hill fan.
It's amazing to listen to the three. Everyone has a different thing that they like to do. That's funny. And then that's your favorite. So
Yes.
what's the toughest?
The toughest? I feel like this year, I feel like the toughest was probably Melrose's course.
Okay.
We had some girls fall,
Okay.
so that
Anybody get hurt?
wasn't great. Not seriously,
Okay.
but like yes.
Okay. So toughest, Jameson, your favorite course, and then the toughest course in the league.
My favorite course, probably, I'd have to say Twilight, and I think that's just atmosphere-wise.
Okay.
It's the most spectators, and the course itself is not too hilly, but a little touch of hills, just right. And I don't know, it just feels fast, feels good. It's a
Okay.
good course.
And the toughest
and
one?
then the toughest one, I think I'm going to have to go with, why did I just forget it? Where did we go? Frank Kelly.
Frank Kelly.
Oh,
Is that Rentham?
Yes.
Rentham. It used to be my favorite.
you don't like that one?
It lost its magic for me.
That one's overrated.
Too much grass, too many times.
I feel we've just done it too often.
Yeah,
Okay.
We go there like 3 times
overran.
a year.
Okay. All right. So is it what? So Hannah likes the hills. You don't like the grass.
No.
So what is your favorite part of the course?
I like woods.
Woods?
That's,
Woods in the woods? Okay.
Woods, scrambling over the roots and the rocks, which is why I haven't minded Melrose and Stoneham's course in the past. That's what they're notorious for. But I mean, yeah, it's what.
So we got the woods is liked. We got the hills
Yeah.
are like me. What's your favorite part of a course?
I went to Chicago this year, and I ran the Chicago 5K the day before the marathon.
Okay.
And it was the perfect course. It was completely flat.
Okay.
It was just totally pavement, and it was just such a speedy, like, fast course.
I would think I'd probably prefer the flat, paved.
Don't roll an ankle.
Don't fall. Don't get knocked over course. That's great. It's really neat that we have 3 different cross country athletes, and we have a flat, we have a hilly, and we have a woods person. So that's excellent to hear. You guys all 3 are captains, which is picked by the coaches or the team?
Coach.
It's a coach pick.
Coach
yeah.
pick team. So, Mia, I'll start with you on this one. What do you see your role as the captain as?
My role, I feel like Hannah is a lot more like team oriented than me. I look at like the statistics of like whose performance is like what, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Like, I'm good at like strategizing together the meet, if that makes sense. Yeah.
So you're the one we need to come to towards the end of the meet to see who's going to win.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Hannah, how do you see your role as the captain?
Okay, I guess like Mia said, I really like talking with the girls and like building relationships as a team.
Okay. And Jamison?
I think as a captain, it's really important to lead by example, especially when it comes to cross country, when you're going out there, running lots of miles, doing hard workouts every day. It's not like kids really are excited to go do that, so you got to be out there.
Well, speak for yourself.
All right. Some of our boys, I guess, different minds, but I think just like going out there and showing everyone that you're out there too, you're struggling too, and like, I guess just get everyone to go do it with you, do it together. I think that's really important.
Okay, so the captain's roles are varied. One of the things I always, as I've talked to a lot of student athletes who've been captains, is team dinners. So, do you have combined team dinners, or do the boys have a team dinner, or the girls have a separate team dinner, Jamison?
So we do combined team dinners.
Oh, combined team
Yes.
dinners. And Hannah, what was your favorite team dinner this year?
Oh, that's a really difficult question.
Yeah. They were all good?
Yeah, I feel like I can't answer that.
Okay.
No, it's too difficult of a
Did you
question.
host a team dinner?
I did host a team dinner.
Yeah?
Yes, I did breakfast foods. We did breakfast for dinner.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I've come up with, I want to do dessert for dinner for the rest of my life. So when I
It's a good
feel like
plan.
getting some
Like
ice
that,
cream, I
yeah.
go with that. Mia, what was your favorite team dinner?
Oh, I can't answer that either. I have no idea. There's so many that the experiences of them all just like blended together. I mean, I feel like we went to the town hall at like every single one.
It's probably like 2. But
So
No, definitely more than 2.
All right, so is that something like went to the town hall for team dinner, or went to town hall
no,
for...
like we would have the team dinner and then like walk down.
We
to,
go
like,
on
the
little
town
walks.
hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excursion.
I
Little,
got you.
at the playground.
Adventure.
Oh, okay. Play pickleball?
Yeah.
We watched some pickleball.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Jameson, anyone that was a favorite? Or?
I mean, no offense to the girls, but we had our dearest for Bush. He hosted a team dinner this year, and for some reason only boys showed up, and it was quite the experience. A lot of pasta was eaten, a lot of pizza was eaten, a lot of fun was had.
Okay, good. So,
Thank you.
and do you just all three and anyone such do you find team dinners to be to be good or successful in building relationships or building team bonding, or are they just because they're fun to have? I'll go Hannah first.
I think, well, both.
Both?
They're definitely fun, but it's definitely been a huge part of like building like the culture of the team.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Mia?
It's so fun. I feel like cross country, like, it was so different because my freshman year, we didn't have team dinners, like, at all. And
COVID.
That was the COVID year, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And it was completely different. Like, the atmosphere, I was very shy back then. And I feel like it took me, like, an extra year to connect to the team because we didn't have team dinners till sophomore year.
That's a very good answer. And Jamison, what do you think the biggest takeaway as a senior captain from a team dinner? Other than the food, it's really good.
I mean, it's your reward. I mean, you go out there, you practice, you do this hard sport, you run this hard sport, you race this hard sport, and I mean, it's a really good selling point for those freshmen who don't really want to join. You just go, well, every week you get to go eat pasta with some kids, so you should do the sport.
So the question I'll ask then is, how do you get the freshmen to join, and because it is not an easy thing to do.
No.
I mean, you're going out and running 5 miles or
Not
7
an
miles
easy
a day,
sell.
9 miles a day, no matter whether the weather's warm or cold, windy or rainy or whatever. So how do you, as you guys have been there for 4 years, how do we keep, you get a freshman tryout, how do we keep them on the team? And I'll leave you, how do we keep them on the team? I'll let the girls answer, how do we get them to join? So we'll go with you first, James.
Athlete retention, it's a tough thing. We've discussed it a lot, but I think just you let them start easy. You give them that false sense of security, and then by the time they get their first couple meets in, they got the hunger to run the 5K,
Okay,
and then you hit them with the hard miles, and it's too late for them.
Okay.
They're trapped.
Good.
They have to do the rest of it.
Athlete retention, I like that answer. So, Mia and Hannah, how do you get and I'm going to ask a question a little bit later too, how do you get the freshmen to join? Is there a sell, are you selling them something, or you just put a sign, please join cross country because we need you?
I wish I knew. I think if I knew,
don't
we'd
know.
have more people on the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you find, Mia, freshmen that join and then leave? Just because of the intensity of the workout?
Yeah, we did gain some. I've seen people like join distance before and just leave after like a week or so.
We didn't lose any runners this year.
Yeah, that was just a
Everyone
boy
who joined
thing.
the girls'
Yeah.
team stayed on the girls' team.
Okay, good.
Not this year,
good.
not this
So-
year, but
Good.
I've seen so many people try to start distance running and they're like, this is hard. This happened with the boys, the new freshman boys, because I feel like they showed up on the first day of practice and it was kind of like, okay, go run 5 miles. And,
Excellent.
you know, it's kind of hard when you're experienced to remember like, oh, running 5 miles is hard to some people.
So I'm going to ask, as a baseball coach, I tell some of my players, if you're not doing a fall sport, do cross country for the conditioning
Thank
and
you.
getting the workout and
Thank
get
you.
stronger. And I think one of the things that they worry about is you're going to run distance, but they worry about competing and not being good enough. What are the benefits? And all three of you can answer this. What are the benefits of doing cross country, even though you're not going to be competing even faster, Jamison?
I mean, not everyone's varsity. Some people do it for 4 years. They don't even make varsity, and they're still on it, and they're still having a good time. Because I think, like, when it comes down to it, you're still, like, with cross country, even if you're not varsity, you're competing at the same meets. And oftentimes at these big invitationals, they have different sections for different, like, level runners. So it's like you can find your competition with anyone. And I think it's a sport where, although we, like, have these team goals, it's really important for you yourself to have your own individual goals. You track yourself on your progress, compare yourself to your past race. You just keep getting faster for yourself. It's like self-fulfillment.
Okay.
I think even if you're a slow runner, you can still find some joy in that.
And then Hannah, you are you wrestle. You're like a black belt, like a million different things. And I'm not going to mess with you on the street, even if you're running. What are the physical benefits that you find when you're running distance?
Distance running gets you in such good shape for anything else. Like, I outrun all the boys at wrestling practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good selling point because, again, like if you have a baseball player or any other athlete who's not doing a sport, and I had like 4 or 5 of them, I said, just run cross country.
It makes everything else feel easy.
Yeah, and they look at you like, I ain't doing
Yeah.
that. Okay, so one final thing I'll have is bus rides. You both ride the bus together? Mia, any rules on the bus? Do we have music? How's that work?
Okay, so we started off the season with the girls sitting closer to the back and the boys were in like the middle of the front. And then one meet, some of the boys started sitting in the back and they were like, oh, senior boys only. And then more and more boys started moving to the back until the last like 2 meets, they're like mad because the girls were sitting in their normal seats and they're like, you have to move so all the boys can be together.
So there is some division on the bus.
There's
then,
some
I guess?
bus drama.
Bus
yeah.
drama, yeah?
Bus drama.
Hannah, any music on the bus, or is Coach Patron not allowed music?
There's definitely music.
Is
Sometimes it's just noise. But
Interesting.
Yeah.
it just noise? So is there a team DJ, or is it just everybody's playing their own stuff?
Jameson?
I'd say that's probably our boys sophomore crew. They mess around on the speaker and it's not usually good.
Okay. Letting sophomores do anything is sometimes not the greatest idea. All right, so wrapping this section up, I'm a parent of a 5th grader who might want to run. Real quick, 15-second pitch to me to get me to run, Jamison.
It's the best sport there is. It gets you in shape, best team, like nicest team. You're going to have seniors talking to freshmen like it's no big deal. And I mean, I think it's the best decision I made joining cross country. And it's something I 100% do not regret in my senior year.
Perfect. Hannah?
Absolute best like team atmosphere. Like, you will not find a more like supportive team to push you and get you to get better and get in better shape and prepare for whatever your goals are.
Mia?
It is addicting. I love getting new PRs. I love like the self-progress I make. And I also just love the team in general. They're just like the nicest people ever.
Okay, and now we get to my favorite part of the program, which we get to learn more about you individually. I'm going to start down this end with Mia. Present or former teammate who you learned the most from?
Present or former? I feel like Liv, Olivia Erler, because I feel like as a runner, I identify most like with her, because she, okay, not to insult Liv, but I feel like she's also on like the slower end of things. She's very like long distance oriented like me, and I don't know, I learned that it's okay to just like keep going.
Good. Other things you do at the high school besides cross country?
Other things at the high school, I don't know, I don't really do much at the high school. I just have other hobbies.
Okay, one of them. Give me a hobby.
I draw. I don't know, I play violin and I work, basically.
Well, you can draw and play violin. You're 2 steps ahead of me. That's very good. Favorite all-time moment cross country?
Favorite all-time moment? Probably Twilight meet, PRing.
Okay, influence or somebody who influenced you want to give credit to as we go here.
Credit goes to my mom. My mom has been running my whole life. I see her training schedule, and it is absolutely insane how like someone can just keep doing like that much running without like just going crazy.
Good. And what are you going to miss the most about the cross country when you leave?
The team. I love the team so much.
Okay, and Mia, what's the future for Mia?
So currently, assuming nothing goes wrong, we're looking at a marathon in June.
Okay. And which one?
Grandma's Marathon in Minnesota.
Okay. Anything once you graduate high school, college, working, running? Are you going to run the Olympics? What's the?
I'm definitely not an Olympian.
Okay.
But if I do cross country in college, it'll be D3, not very competitive.
Do you have a college in mind? Have you been accepted, or are you just still in the wishy-washy stage?
I mean, I've applied to colleges.
So you're just waiting to make that decision.
Yeah, they all come back in March.
Okay, good. Hannah, your next teammate, present or past, that you really learned the most from?
I feel like I have to say 2, Mallory Brown and Shay Cushing. My 2 like running buddies. I feel like if it wasn't for the 2 of them, I would not have gotten as far as I have.
Good answer. And then, and I had both of those on the show as well.
Yes.
Other activities you do at the high school?
I wrestle in the winter. I'm president of the book club. I'm in strings. I play the cello. Yeah.
A good book. What's a good book recommendation from book club?
Oh, I don't know. We read a lot of like murder mysteries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those are nothing. No nonfiction stuff. Good. Influence or somebody you want to credit to having you gotten to this point?
Probably I guess my parents.
Okay.
I kind of showed up. I got home one day, like the day before cross country started, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do cross country. Can you sign me up? And they're like, I guess so. And they've kind of been along for the ride.
Excellent. And top moments for you in cross country?
Oh, that's difficult. That's a difficult question. All of them.
What's the one that stands out? When you're my age, 40 years down the road, what are you going to say? You're going to be sitting around, what are you going to say? I remember this is what I remember the most. What's that one thing that stands out?
Well, this year at Twilight, we sing Christmas music.
Okay.
To the people running by. It was a good memory.
Good.
Yeah.
What are you going to miss the most cross country?
My friends, my teammates, team dinners.
Excellent. And what's the future hold for Hannah Bryson?
I will be attending college somewhere. I'm going to study English literature.
Somewhere. I love having the fall group in because nobody really knows where they're going to go, and it's really neat. And I see them in school and ask them, but that seems to be the answer. So you're going to start English literature?
Yes.
Perfect for the book club president to do that.
Oh yeah.
All right, Jamison, you're next. Teammate that influenced you, past or present?
My freshman year, he was a senior then, Sean Riley. He's always just like, he was the captain then. I did cross country, winter track, and spring track with him. And I've always remembered him, like how he did, how he was as a captain, how he was as an athlete. And he's always like inspired me to like try to like be as good as a runner as him and as good as a captain as him.
Excellent. What's the next question? Jeez, I blanked. What else did you do at high school?
Well, I do 3 seasons of running because can't get enough of it. And I'm part of our DECA club.
Okay.
I'm leadership in that, and that's a lot of fun. And then, yeah, it takes up a lot of my time.
Yes, it does. Favorite moment cross country?
Yeah, this year at our divisional meet, after we all crossed the line, I think people had like their heads hung low a little bit, thinking that they didn't have the best performances, and they were worried that they cost the team making it to states. But I remember Patron came over and he was like, he did the math on his clipboard, and he was like, you guys made it. You guys made it. You're the 7th team. You're the last team, but you guys squeaked in. You made it, and that was so exciting.
Anybody's influence you want to credit to get to this point?
Gonna have to follow their route. I want to thank my mom, just because I remember freshman year, I was like just like kind of interested in running. But like my mom was part of the Soul Sisters. She had done a marathon by then, and she was like the only runner in my life, and she definitely just like supported me through it, and that was good.
Excellent. What are you going to miss the most?
I mean, I'm going to miss the team atmosphere. I don't think it's something like that you can easily recreate. I mean, I'm going to look for it in college, but I mean, I don't think I can create this team. It's so unique. And then just like the personal, like the competitiveness that I found in this, it's kept me so like giving me goals and giving me a lot of accomplishment throughout high school.
Excellent. Future for Jamison?
I'm looking at some schools. I like the DC area. I want to study political science, go into government. So
Good.
That.
All right. And so if I see you in the spring, we'll find out where you all went to college.
Yeah.
So now my favorite part of the program, you get to look straight into camera number 3 there. You give a shout out to whoever you want. Don't forget anybody, please. Right there. Jamison, you go first.
Shout out Eliud Kipchoge. You're an incredible runner, and I love you.
Okay. Hannah?
Shout out Mallory Brown. I miss you.
Okay. And Mia?
Shout out to Emily Sisson. I saw you during the 10K, during the BAA, and I started running faster because of you.
Okay, perfect. So again, our captains from the 2023 cross country, thanks for coming in. Jamison Burns, Hannah Bryson, and Mia Stryhalaleck, thank you for coming in on the show. I really appreciate you spending your time and giving us insight into cross country. And for Wildcat Sports Update, I'm Jim Boyle, and we'll see you on down the road.